diesel, and then you go to Class C, which is anything electrical. Any power outlets that are overcharged, catch on fire, you got electric running towards that, then you got a Class C fire right there. Class D combustibles are any metals that catch on fire. When you're welding, that catches on fire, that's Class D combustible there, with metals. Class K combustibles are any cooking materials. You got your grease in the pan, that catches on fire, that's Class K combustible there. Now here, these fire extinguishers, they tell you what they put out right here. Class A right there is any trash, any solids. Then you got an ABC fire extinguisher here. Same with the rest of these. And this one right here, it's just Class A. All it has is water in it. Class A fire extinguishers, all they really carry is water, and some have numbers to them. For every number, let's say it's what is this? All right, let's just say it's a 1A. It's gonna carry 1.25 gallons of water for Class A1 or 1A. Now, the higher the number, the more water it has. Class 2A is going to have 2 gallons and a half of water, which you put out more fire and you'll be good. Now, Class B, for the material it has inside, it puts out any combustible liquids, and it's got numbers on it too. It has bigger numbers. It's got 10B, which is 10 square feet on any liquid fires. Now Class C doesn't have a number, but that's for electrical. It has a substance in it that puts out electrical fires. Now let's say there's a ABC. You can use this on any solid combustibles, any liquids, and anything electrical. And the same deal applies to that. If it's a 1A, it's got a gallon. It's got 1.25 gallons in it of water. And let's say it's 10B. You could put out 10 square feet of any combustible liquids. And it's Class C, so you could put out everything in front, all the Class A, Class B, plus the Class C. Yes, sir.
What if I don't have the right extinguisher for the right kind of fire?
Then you probably shouldn't use it, because you have to have the right, or you probably shouldn't use it.
So am I just going to let the fire burn, or what do I do?
So if you have the liquids and you try to use just this water, it'll just spread it all over.
Yes, sir.
So if I put the fire out, should I still call y'all if the fire's already out?
Probably best.
Okay.
Just to make sure the fire doesn't come back up and it causes more stuff to catch on fire.
Alright, sure, you want me to go? Alright, you want to go?
Okay, as far as labeling on these goes, like Lamont was saying, or Firefighter Cowboy, they traditionally use the lettering system. Like right here, you can see the ABC, or Class A, B, or C. You know, this one's a combination. I don't believe this one has it, but typically Class A would be identified by a solid green triangle with the letter A in it. Class B would have a solid red square. Class C is a solid blue circle with the letter inside of it as well. And Class D is a solid yellow 5-pointed star. This was designed before the Class K was around. It's a relatively new class, so there's no traditional alphabet system for the Class K. In recent years, though, fire extinguishers have been using a universal pictograph, as you can see right here, that shows what all you can put out with this fire extinguisher. Like this one's good for woods and solids, liquids as well, and also electrical fires. They do have one for Class K with the pictographs. This one is not certified for cooking oils, so it's not on this one. As far as labeling, that's about it on that. You know, you learn your fires, what types of fires they are, and you can tell what you can put out with it. As far as placement of the fire extinguishers, there are strategical places to put these, such as areas in a house that are more prone to fires, say kitchens, possibly garages, workshops, anything like that. You have NFPA 10, if you're familiar with fire codes, is all the standards on fire extinguisher placement in businesses, anything other than residential. So you can check that out if you're a business owner or just you want to know. As far as mounting in the house, you want to have it in a where it's visible. That way if you have guests or whoever at the house, and fire breaks out, that's obvious. They can easily find it and get to it. Other than that, yeah, as far as the placement on them, it's pretty simple. Just the places that are more prone to fires.
Do we have to have them sitting out in the open?
You don't have to, but if you're going to be gone and have a house sitter, or somebody at your house, you need to tell them where it's at, just in case of an emergency. And obviously your family would need to know where it's at, kids, and teach them how to use it, teach them the classes of fires and, how to read one. That's advised.
Okay, as far as putting them out, what if I bought my fire extinguisher at Walmart and I only had to use it a little bit, and I just
You're definitely
reuse
gonna,
it?
unless it's a rechargeable model that you can take to a certified person to recharge it, just throw it away and get a new one.
How do we know if they're
I bought it at
rechargeable?
Walmart, I would throw it away.
So I'll spend $8 on one little spray.
You want to go out and play with it and kind of get used to it, kind of practice a little bit, then you'll get used to it.
Okay, so I can go catch my something.
No, you don't want to light it on fire. You just practice.
I'll cover this a little bit later on my next turn to speak. But to answer your question, you spray just a little bit. You need to, even if you didn't empty it, you need to go back and get it recharged before next time use.
How do we know if they're rechargeable or not?
It'll tell you right here on the gauge.
Okay, let's keep going. Keep going with the presentation.
Okay, I'm going to hand it over to Captain now.
We'll take questions at the end of the session.
All right. Well, there's 6 basic parts to a fire extinguisher. You got your cylinder, which contains which is the container to hold the agent that you're going to put the fire in with. You got your handle, which you're going to carry it with. You got your locking mechanism, which you want to keep in there until it's time to use it. It just keeps it from accidents, things like that happening. Here's your trigger. When you pull the pin, you're going to hit the trigger. It's going to come out. You got your nozzle. It's going to come out here. And you have your pressure indicator. Now it's going to be, you want it to be in the green. There's certain different types, but all these there's a red on this side that says recharge, and then on this side it's red too. You want it to be right in the middle. When you check it, you want it to be on the green. That means green is go, you're good to go. Alright, and then if you have a fire, there's going to be some steps that you're going to need to take. And the basic steps to the fire is you're going to size up the fire. You're going to determine what